Is it story time? We haven't seen the main story for a while. Been lots of wandering around and doing things instead. Seems to be a very long game actually, because it's just one screen. Granted, me talking through my card choices probably significantly slows the process compared to just clicking your way through it.
Look at the palisades. The machines of war. Too many to count.
I cannot fathom it. Has Nilfgaard sent all its forces into Lyria?
No, your grace. But a single army.
Gods protect us.
The Queen uttered a juicy curse. Dravograd stood before them, Nilfgaardians all round it. 3, perhaps 4 battalions of armored infantry. Arbalists and cavalry behind them. Trebuchet volleys had punched holes in the walls, while battering rams had twisted the main gate open. But elsewise, the city was mere moments from falling to the foe.
Doomed! We stand not a chance. Nilfgaard outnumbers us twofold. More!
Then our men must put double the spirit into the fight. Double the heart. Lyria!
Emboldened by their valiant queen and commander, the Lyrians charged headlong at Nilfgaard's lines into a hail of bolts and arrows.
Let's do this big fight. Special rules, but it's a story. Is it a normal battle though, basically? The Battle of Dravograd. The Nilfgaardian soldiers were well equipped. Each wore heavy black plate, a helm topped with black wings, and wielded a tall Pavis shield emblazoned with the golden sun. The Lyrians, with their quilted jackets and light mail, appeared at all the smaller and weaker by comparison. Yet they were to prove that the imposing Nilfgaardian armor was but a pretense of power. Don't like how that guy's got a big 20. Eliminate Vremde commander. All right. We're doing 3 rules again, 3 rounds. Like it's a proper battle, just something special is going to be going on. What are the special rules? There's the commander. Every turn on turn start, restore a unit to its base power. If it is destroyed, Meve wins the battle. I'm assuming it refers to Vremde. I wish they just said his name there instead. Because it sounds like he restores something to base power, and then if I kill that enemy, like if I kill whatever enemy just got healed, then we win the battle, which wouldn't really make sense. No, it's if we kill this guy, we win the battle. The great sun shall warm the north with its rays, even if it means I must slaughter you all. And this guy will survive from round to round. Okay, so I won the entire thing if I defeat him? Incentivizes me to attack people directly. Oh, if he plays something that sucks, then I can use Crushing Trap to average their attack values, which would make him way weaker, and then I can attack him directly, potentially. These guys can attack directly. These guys can't. They just make my values a bit higher. The question is, do I want to prioritize these or the ability to just actually attack him directly? Ooh, that's a good one. Pretty good draw. I'm stuck with the war wagon. All right.
Your Grace, I see the commander. We must train our efforts on him.
Wait, I should have read these two. Whoops. Is he not? They don't have a leader, so this is functionally their leader, kind of. They don't have a warrior ability. Trebuchet. After 3 turns on turn start, damage all enemies by 1. Oh. 1 trebuchet is worth 100 footmen and 1,000 worms like you. The great sun shall warm the north with its rays, even if it means it must slaughter you. Yeah, I read that before. Okay, so these guys have 5 health. I can attack people for 4 health. So, huh. I could potentially just start taking them out. I don't have attack everybody in the row. Oh, this Lyrian horn. Damage all enemies by 1. They're on 3 alternating turns. They have resilience? They also have resilience. I'm a little tempted to just open by getting rid of them, because they're going to damage every single one of my units every single turn by 1, which is going to snowball like crazy. So I think I want to open by attacking them. It's a little wasteful though. It does bother me a bit. I wish that they were in the row with that guy. He'd be so hilariously weak immediately. But no. Yeah. There we go. The trebuchets are gone. A bit wasteful. That could have given me a lot of more points later on, but I think it's valuable to get rid of that trebuchet problem immediately. Next time an enemy uses order boost. I hate these guys. They get +2/+2. Alright. Alright. And they're not putting them in the same row as that guy, so I can't average out their power like I'd like to. Let's start these guys. Increases the power of my archers as I start to summon them. I would love it if they attack these guys in particular. So I don't think they're gonna make the mistake of putting guys in that row, are they? Do I start? I can use this guy to summon 2 more. It'll be 4, 5, 6, and then 7 damage. Like, we could burn through this. But every turn on turn start, restore a unit to base power. I think that includes himself, so he could be healing himself every turn, which would nullify the damage I'm doing to him. But do I need to figure out how to do 20 damage to him in 1 turn? Count Caldwell could be the secret to that, because Count Caldwell can summon forth these guys at the same time. So if I have more guys in a row, that could potentially be a lot of damage. That crossed with Meve's ability, because she does 4 damage, could be something. So let's start with the drummers then.
Again and again and again. Arm's a waste of time for one like me.
Ooh, oh, that's a bummer. It's a bummer for me to draw that now.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
That's a big bummer. That's such a strong ability. Well, he did restore that guy's ability to summon another dude, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can fit 3 more people on this row. So the one, that guy, and then the next guy that follows him. Okay. I'm gonna want to summon 2 of these guys here, and then put him between them and move these guys out of the way when that happens. I think that math checks out. Ooh. It's compelling, but it says set the power of each unit in this row to the average of all units' powers. But what if he just heals himself? He could just heal himself afterwards. He could heal himself after almost anything I do, unfortunately. Huh. We're at 7. I can fit 2 more here. It has to be this guy and that guy. But as I place... No. 7, yeah, this guy, that guy, and then these 2 get replaced by the other arbalists, so I can't put anyone else on that row. But I can summon more things and see what comes. It just has to be back here.
Got any medals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots have
These guys are going to be so strong, it's going to be a problem. But if I kill that guy, we just win, so... Not necessarily a huge problem. It just depends on whether I can actually manage what I'm trying to do. So he healed himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be him next. So these 2 need to go down. So you plop right there. I really hope this works out.
If you insist.
Give me a time. Arbalist at your command.
Yes. So do I instantly win?
They retreat!
Yeah.
Your Majesty, the city's ours!
Well, there we go.
The Nilfgaardians fled in panic, abandoning war machines, shields, and arms, even their wounded. The defenders rejoiced. They laughed boisterously, and cries of delight and chanting could be heard all around. "Warrior Queen," they shouted. "Meve, Meve, Meve!"
Hear that, Your Grace.
I do. No sound rings more lovely to a ruler's ear. Yet rest on our laurels we cannot. Caldwell, the situation in the town, what can you tell me?
Wall breached. Thrice. 400 wounded, near 1,000 without roofs over their heads. All nothing compared to the grain stores. Went up in smoke during the siege. And it's some time yet afore the harvest. Your Grace, the war's just begun, I know. All coins should bolster the army, yet if we leave the folk of Dravograd no gold, there will be hunger, with all the attendant discord.
That's a big ask. That's 1,000. It's 1,000, but it's a huge number of people that are displaced or wounded or homeless and starving. Fine, we shall lend Dravograd our support.
The drought of 1258 I remember all too well. I saw famine, what it drives folk to do, the extremes. A strong army I need desperately, yet not at all costs. The townsfolk need gold to survive till the harvest. Count how much, then give it to the garrison commander.
As you command, Your Grace?
The battle we've won, there's just the war that remains. And Nilfgaard will strike again, doubt it not. We must move on. Caldwell, ride ahead to Lyria. My son must call a gathering of the Council of Peers. Tell him so. We'll have much to discuss. Reynard and I will follow with the troops. We shall seek out any Nilfgaardian stragglers, prevent them from rejoining the main force.
Oh. That's a bummer. That's a really good card. Did my choice make me lose that? Because I don't see how spending 1,000 loses Caldwell. Or was he always going to come here and we were always going to leave him here? And so he's like an early game card that I lose? Because he's really strong. Added to my army at the command tent, the fake Florin.
Meve's 2 adjutants bowed and left the queen to think. She was hungry, sore from the fight, spent. Yet sensing her soldiers' eyes upon her, she set off for the stable, her gait brisk, her head held high.
Excuse me, I got things to pick up. I also saw these back here. As we were approaching the gate, there was clearly stuff I could pick up, but they made me go forward past it.
Thought 'twas certain the snow comes with winter. Kings and emperors fight. Leave the common folk to tidy up. Never damn changes. Ever the same. Your Majesty, you saved us, and not a moment too soon. From death. And fate's worse than that, I'd say. Kings and emperors fight. Leave...
Well, I gave you 1,000 coins at least. It's something to work with. Yeah, I saw you hiding over here when I walked up. Gotta recoup some of these losses, right? And this is where we came in, I believe. Yep. Alright, let's learn about my new card. Fake Florin. Forces 2 units to duel. Duel. Units take turns dealing damage equal to their power until one of them is destroyed. Huh. Not everything that glitters is gold. That drooling animation looks revolting and also confusing. Like, that's not how... It's not how mouth fluids work. What the hell? Ugh. It's a perfectly distressing image of somebody's mouth, and then they have just a really not good-looking drool effect on it. Units take turns dealing damage equal to their power. It doesn't say who attacks first. For that matter, it doesn't say who the 2 units are. Do they have to be from my team and their team? I feel like they could have explained everything about dueling a little better. Like, is it one person from my team and one person from their team, or do I make 2 of their people fight each other? And who attacks first is part of the question. Huh. They take turns. If you start with somebody who's stronger, you'd think that they would just destroy the other one instantly. I guess armor is the issue. If they have a bunch of armor, then the person who's stronger would not just instantly win. Then there's the bronze card thing, where I'm just kind of uncertain what its outcome will be. I've got 6 strength to use. These fit into fixed categories. I do like those cards a lot, though. We've got 5 of those, 5 of those, 5 of those. What should I be stocking up on? I kind of just want more new units, as opposed to investing further on these ones. They're still not letting me buy the new ones. No. One of these days. Report: Nilfgaardian offensive. Nilfgaard crossed border in 3 spots, near Spala, Scala, and Rivia. Enemy march to capital temporarily halted by victory at Dravograd, but further attacks expected in near future. Imperial forces simultaneously attacking Temerian allies. Enemy scouts seen surveying road to Erdune. Imperial fleets movements near ports of Novograd, Rogovin, and Blavikid. Suggest attack on Redania also planned. All north in danger. I wonder if we're going to see the Butcher of Blaviken come up in this story. That title. Nothing new?
Yes, Your Grace.
Even after all that. I lost a good card. He's a good card too. Although only when I know he's coming. But I lost a pretty good card, the ability to clone units. In fact, he was kind of core to me winning that last fight I just did. I guess the alternative is just to try to win the fight by just being their numbers, because beating...
Golden hair reaps black lads like grain. Meve,
Meve!
As far as I can tell, it was not required to kill him. It was just killing him created a victory. And it was probably easier than actually doing the 3 rounds. My lady, the villagers fear an attack from Nilfgaardian marauders. They ask that you order a group of soldiers to remain, to order protection. Huh. So I can donate soldiers for... Huh. I can just donate them for an upgrade of reputation, which we don't need. Or I can charge them for it. Hmm. Even though it gives me no benefit, I'm gonna reinforce them. It's just at a cost for me. But I'm just gonna go ahead and give them some soldiers to keep this place safe after what's happened here. They've suffered enough. Got a few things waiting for me straight ahead. 2 point of interest.
Dark day for the Emperor. His arm is shredded to ribbons. Long may she live, our slayer of black lads. Hip hip hooray! Long may...
Well, they're happy with me. I just need to recoup my losses after making a bunch of reckless choices. I'm a nice queen. Look how nice I am. Look how nice and broke I am.
Surrounded by advisors, discussing. When all at once they heard a mighty thud.
Bloody hell!
They looked to see a cavalryman who'd clearly fallen from his saddle. The men who witnessed the blunder began to jest, only to choke on their laughter, as the wretch, having risen to his hands and knees, began to shake and vomit blood. The medic's diagnosis: poison. In spite of his best efforts, the cavalryman breathed his last that very night. Soon, several other riders developed the same symptoms, and at the last shared their comrade's fate. All were buried at the roadside, beneath an old willow.
This looks to be no coincidence,
Reynard said, gravely.
Our stores of water. Someone's poisoned them. We must find the fiend. In the interim, Your Majesty must quench her thirst with wine.
Yeah, what can go wrong? Just drinking stuff that makes you less lucid over time. What a great way to be a leader. Nothing could go wrong with that strategy. It's those goddamn Nilfgaardian spies. After what we've gone through, we just have to deal with the fact that now the spies are poisoning us and infiltrating our groups.
Boat floated past. Thought it imperial, but it flew not black sails, but red uns. Deep red, like blood. Where's Yanko? 'Twas dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned. Where's Yanko?
You named somebody Yanko? How does one even end up with a name like Yanko? My lady, the owner of the mill has said the collection of this gold was a trying task, but he offers it to you for the betterment of the army. A model subject. One others should look to. He has our thanks. Well, there's a chunk of what we spent coming back to us.
Astrologers proclaim week of the badger. All Nilfgaardian dwellings increase population. The shadow of death's fallen o'er Lyria. Tribes of the south this way come. Price of loyalty's high, high, high. The shadow of death.
What do we have here? That's probably telling me that I passed the milestone for being able to afford, yep, these guys. Alright, well, now that's out of your system. Don't see anything up here. The scale of these rewards is all over the place sometimes. a city of thousands, and we were able to take care of their hunger problem for 1,000 gold. But this guy, this one farmer, was able to offer me up 250.
Meve recognized them at once as those of the Lyrian vanguard. She drew her sword and prepared to face the invader. Yet coming down upon her force were not Nilfgaardians, but bearded warriors clad in leather, horned helmets on their heads. This was not so. The Queen could not believe her eyes.
Skelligan raiders? This far inland?
But this was no time to be bewildered. Meve spurred her horse. It neighed and reared, and then the twain leapt into the fray.
Just like that, huh? Just suddenly the Skelligans are here. Just in the middle of a fight. Alright. The 150. Lippy Goodmund. Skelligers fight differently than other folks in the north. With a song on their lips, they throw themselves at enemy, sword, and axe. With an eager smile, they welcome barrages of arrows, shrugging off all wounds. It is no small feat to best the islanders in battle, and yet it is possible, as Meve was about to prove. Optional, eliminate Lippy Goodmund. Shorten battle, so 1 round, okay. Special rules. Always interesting to find a new deck. And scary, because we don't know what they're going to do. The Skelligas were the ones we were just getting access to during the expansion, because that's the one that they added afterwards. Huh, it's a lot of those guys. After 1 turn on turn start, force the highest unit to damage Lippy by its power. Then Lippy damages that unit by his power. And he has 150. The coast's picked clean since long. So we set our long ships up the Aruga for gold and glory. So every single turn, he's going to take 1 unit's worth of damage and then kill that unit. Shit. The crushing trap would definitely come in handy if they make the mistake of putting somebody in the row. Loyalty can boost these guys to make them stronger, which is something. I'm just curious what else they're going to be playing. Because like that feels like an insurmountable problem, being able to having to do with 150. But if they make the mistake of playing somebody else in the same row, then I can average the 2 of them out in power. Quickly make Goodman less strong. He has no power, but he's also a copy of him. Yeah. Okay. Shit. If I can make my units weaker than their units, then he'll attack his own units, which would be great. I guess that's an option. That's the only way I'll ever get a unit on the board. Otherwise, he'll just kill my 1 unit every turn, unless I'm doing something that spawns more of them. The field medic's one way of getting multiple units on the board, because the field medic can resurrect one of these guys when they're dead, and then the field medic itself will also be on the board, giving me a little bit of a foothold, I suppose. And we need that kind of foothold for a drummer to be able to even summon other units. Otherwise, they're too weak. Huh. I might want to get rid of this one just because I don't think there's going to be enough units on the board to make it collectively as strong as it usually would be. Because Lippy's going to kill a unit every turn. The decoy might be somewhat less effective as a result too. A lot of scythemen. What else do I want really? I would like a war wagon. Sure. He's reasonably strong. He can boost that. There's a war wagon. That gives me a bit of a foothold on units, and also if he starts killing those units, then he's going to start taking additional damage. I don't have as much of a plan as I'd like to, though. We'll see. I'll just accept it if I lose, I suppose. And we'll iterate.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea Raiders here.
I need to figure out what the fuck, because this is a really weird enemy. And he can't be... Oh, anything that can't target bosses can't be worked on him either. Okay. I don't know what he's going to do from his own hand, because he has his own units on top of having a super massive, scary unit. Let's see. Start with the war wagon.
Can't take it anymore. Guns are with us.
On Crate Marauder. It is damage a random enemy by 5. I was just a little tempted to use it on him. Do I have to attack an enemy? It is an enemy, never mind. I was tempted to attack these guys because then he'd take 10 damage collectively. Currently he's the strongest, so this is going to begin the process of him attacking his own units. If I play this guy, he'll get attacked. This highest unit, I assume that means strength. Should I be using a field medic to resurrect the war wagon for even more light infantry? It's actually a little tempting, because then the arbalists will be a lot stronger, making their turns count a bit more.
What do you want of me?
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am. Let us put our steel to the test.
Whenever an ally takes damage, boost this unit by 1. You daft? You mean to sail to Skellige? Those barbarians will tear you to shreds. Alright, great. So he has that effect too. Let's send you over. They're not making the mistake of putting them in the same row. I think they know. I think they know what I'm thinking.
Arbalist in your command.
I mean, it's some damage at least, right? And you're loyal, so you'll get this effect. It's just 2 damage, though. I should use the effect when there's at least these guys, because they get a +5, which will be 5 more damage instead of 2. And I'm kind of just playing this out and seeing how it goes. I don't really have a plan, because I don't really know how this is going to work. Because I'm not, at first glance, I'm not sure how it's possible. Skeleton Axeman. Whenever an enemy takes damage, boost this unit by 1. Swords are for wenches. Get yourself an axe.
Aye.
He's going to attack his own unit, right? I think I can get away with placing a second one of these guys and then boosting with Meve. I think. Ooh. We'll get busy on that soon, too. Yeah, so he's attacking his own units, which means, and now they're getting stronger, but he's going to keep attacking them.
Wipe ourselves on your vestments.
He's getting into a bad loop. Getting into a feedback loop where they're going to keep getting stronger. We have room for 1 more arbalist. Okay. Now he's even stronger and going to be killed by his own units. Well, after that.
I promise you a quick death.
Let's get this part going. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. It can't work on bosses. That's the premise. Of course it can't work on bosses. I didn't think about that at all. I was focused on the other thing. Alright. Alright. You stupid person. Alright. Well, now he's gonna attack his own dude. It's gonna not go well for him for a while.
Sailed into troubled waters, mate.
Let's boost one of these guys. Wait, can I boost their guys? I guess so. Pelican Corsair. Trigger an ally's deploy ability, then heal it. Oh. Damage an enemy by 2. If it was destroyed, boost self by 5. Hmm. You're currently the strongest unit, so that'll be the biggest chunk of damage he'll take. Seems reasonable. I mean, we're burning through his armor.
What is it?
But I'm also going to run out of units. See, he's going to be stuck on his own guys for a while, so let's get busy with these guys. I could revive somebody and somebody, then use him to do another wave of them next turn. Meanwhile, he'll be busy at least for 2 more turns attacking his own guys.
Older Blackhand's taking on new swabbies. What do you say?
Skeleton Pirate. Damage self by 3, then boost a unit in hand by 3. Oh. Okay. So he's self-damaging but healing somebody else. So somebody in his hand is even stronger now, but that just means they're going to be attacked by his leader. Can see the fear in their eyes. Fear of me. Fear of Clan Demon. What did this one say? Better believe we can hunt. Thing is, not much game in Spikerog. Ooh, that's what I wanted. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I'm gonna want 2 of these out of here, probably. As a minimum. Do I have archers in here? I do have an archer in here, so it might get one from there, and might get one from there. Alright. Let's get busy.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Oh shit, yours is a deploy, it's not an order. Dummy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's just one of these guys. Alright. Oh, he'll be played there anyway. These guys are all gonna get a bit stronger. Chugging away. There we go. Numbers are getting higher. He's gonna be attacking my guys for a bit here.
Gods are blowing fair winds today.
I might be in trouble. I definitely wasted some cards. In particular, that spike trap should have been just anything else. So I'm still losing by 20 points. And killing him doesn't make us win. It's just a matter of damaging him more and more. We immediately got him down to 22, which is nice, but he's going to win. He's going to attack this guy next. No, that guy. Except it'll be, oh yeah, that'll be a net 0. But he's still going to win. But kind of just barely. He's down to 11.
You gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Okay. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting little round. We'll try this again. Okay. So you do not serve the purpose that I hoped you did. But we did see an overall spike of units, so this might still lead to an outcome where I win by the end. So let's keep you around, I think. And you are good for getting rid of one of their units, while also causing damage to him, so I think that's kind of worth it. There's no spies, so I don't think I want you. Scythemen are interesting, but it's better to have a drummer that summons a scytheman, hopefully. Just to have more units, I think. Although, if I stack enough bunch of them, they'd get stronger, but if they get too strong, he'll start killing them all, so... I don't know, it's a weird mixed bag to think about. Are 2 war wagons too many? I don't know, this is a weird problem to think about, honestly. I do think I want more drummers and maybe even a special unit. Just something else to work with. Because the drummers collectively draw more power. This is like a last turn move because I'm trying to make the numbers work out at the last second. I don't want to do it before then because it leads to us being too weak by comparison. I meant to say this card, not that card. It's not really going how I want it to, is it? Alright. Alright.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea raiders here.
We'll see how this goes.
Can't take it anymore.
Should I just go for it immediately? At least wait until I have something on the board that can benefit from it.
Ariel's been chosen. The gods speak to him.
I do have the double war wagon again.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
What does happen if all of his units are tied? I'm not sure.
Gods are with us.
They're at 5. If I play anything, it's still going to be attacked next. Unless I want to boost one of their guys just to get it attacked. But that only lasts 1 turn. Whenever an ally takes damage. If I place this and then attack you, would they then get +3? Because 1 for placing it into attacking, then 1 for being attacked by this guy, then 1 for being attacked by this guy in the follow-up. Might take this guy to an 8, which is still too weak, frankly. But if I at least place you... You should get a chance to summon if I attack. That'll make these guys too high. There we go. There it goes. Now they're looping on each other and they're gonna keep hurting their own party. There's an archer.
I'm a monster.
Yep, he's gonna keep getting stronger now. Meanwhile, I can keep going with this.
Left, right, left, right.
Fight, 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 fight.
Wipe ourselves on your vestments.
It's one reason why it seems to be handy to use the the tonic on my guys, on his guys, just to make him get one less guy overall too, wiping out his own units, as you'd hope. One of these guys. I can fit him here still.
A time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Boost anyone by 10. It could take 5 damage, or it could just... Unfortunately, it could just attack one of these guys, which would suck. But it would be nice to be able to boost them to 12, and then if he took 17 damage as a result, would be nice. It makes a bit more sense, though, just to boost their guy.
What is it?
I'm a little worried that this current approach might not actually be functionally particularly different from my last one. You got the cards that you draw, right? God, he draws a lot of power. So they're up to 8. It's gonna attack my archer next. This thing's up, so I should spend a scytheman so they can get the boost. Unfortunately, just does not feel much better this time.
Again and again and again.
I may have not actually changed my strategy or made any significant change at all.
You got stones, wench.
Got a bad case of roller's back. One boat's all I need. Should have listened to me, old lady.
He's damaging his own guys now. Oh, that guy's got a solid 12, so he's dying next. That's something to work with. If I use this, he's gonna become. They're both gonna become 10s, which is kind of a problem. But I don't have any of their actions left. Oh. It took out his armor, right, so he's still at 12. So he's still going to attack his own unit, which should make us win. Right?
Ogre Blackhand's taking on new swabbies.
Win?
What do you say?
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there.
The Skelligers fought hard, fought bravely, brought mayhem. Yet the Queen's ordered, disciplined force won the day. The islanders seemed entirely undismayed at their defeat. A trait of theirs, I must admit, I've ever admired.
Well, you're right scrappy for landlubbers. Let me Goodman applaud you for your pluck, Queen. When we sup, me and the lads will drink your health.
Didn't say they're going to drink to our health, they're just going to drink our health. Hello. Mardrum bear. Oh, look at that. Got glowy eyes and mushrooms? That's a combination of images. Ooh, turn the Skelligers against Nilfgaard.
That we shall yet see, sir. We must know something first. What brings you this far inland? What drove you from the sea?
Meve asked, crossing her arms.
Ha! What always drives us? Looting and pillaging. The coast's picked clean since long, so we set our longships up the Yaruga for gold and glory.
Amusing. I always assumed you to be honourable folk.
And who dares to claim elsewise?
Your very actions do so. You've attacked a land preoccupied, a land already at war with invaders, but I suppose it makes sense. You've ever feared to attack Imperials?
The Queen prodded gently.
What did you say, wench?
Gudmund had quickly turned red with rage.
I'll prove just how wrong you are, I will! Why, we'll be drinking mead from Nilfgaardian helmets for sundown! Follow me, lads!
Meve smiled as she watched the islanders gather their gear and prepare to march. She doubted not in the least that Gudmund would honor his pledge.
He's gonna mess up some Nilfgaardians. That should work. Hopefully I didn't lose too many guys in the process of that war. You know, that whole conflict.